between water outages, power outages, 2 massive storms and a sick cat, it's taken me a while to get going this year. Sorry about that. And honestly, I didn't even know what this video was going to be, other than we managed to free up a weekend, we got the number of a Salvage Yard in Mayo, and we asked Paddy to feed the cats. So we went to the Salvage Yard, we found some stuff, we went to a car boot sale, found some stuff, and then I had the genius idea, since we were over west anyway, to take a friend up on an offer to come and check out her stunningly restored schoolhouse home. So we did that too. And if you, like me, are also looking to bring a little bit of that organic, sort of magical, witchy, cozy, cottagecore vibe into your home, then you're gonna want to stick around until the end to see that. But first up, we decided the best thing to do would be to get a bit of a handle on the sorts of materials that are currently available for people who are renovating old properties like ourselves. It's official, our adventures in salvage have begun. So we've come down here to the County Mayo to have a look at this excellent salvage yard. Great find. Great place for the roof slates and the timber work. And Jake himself pointed out to us, I appreciate having things like this pointed out to me. This little Roman numerals carving here, and actually there's another one just over here as well, which apparently was a thing that was done about 200 years ago. So Jake says, I don't know, that's how you can sort of date the age of a beam or something like that. What, 31? Or 29, is it 20? I don't know.
31.
I don't know, is it?
32.
No, 'cause do you add them? We're not very good Romans, are we, Dave?
No, we're not.
And then you've got this beautiful cast iron piece flat at the back. But it was pointed out to me that it's part of a bigger piece. There it is there. It's a cast iron feeder, can you believe that? Like a feeder for animals. We went it there to have a look at it. Oxford Street, London. So there was obviously a producers of cast iron goods there. What a solid piece. Pity about the crack, and you know, it's kind of in bits now. But the little feedery part would make a gorgeous plant box or something like that down the line. And Jake was informing me that Irish furniture, like antique Irish furniture, is just being snapped up left, right and centre by all the English people for some reason. Their own antiques market isn't, according to himself, it's not flowing too freely at the minute, so there's a big grab on Irish stuff. So if you've noticed, those of you who do be on Facebook Marketplace, or I see you, if you've noticed that there's a big drop in the amount of Irish antiques available, that might be why, because they're all going for a premium. And even here, you know, there's a great collection here, but there's not a lot of Irish pieces, but we are going to show you some of the really interesting ones that we have found. Jake the legend has left this beautiful piece of panelling out for us to have a look at. Look at it there. He told me it was called, I think, linen folds. And he said that this style of panelling, of carving, was invented in the 1600s. And look at the collection of it he's got. You know, he's got like a whole set of it there, so you could get like the wall of a library or a dining room, like a feature wall. It'd be fabulous. Oh, and there's ourselves. Jesus, you can't get far, I'll tell you, without her keeping an eye on you. Evening, missus. And look at this. God. Like, it makes me want to just cut a big hole in the gable of my house and put a big ridiculous gothic wooden shutter window into it. What do you think, Dave?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah?
For it. Yeah.
Just start poking holes.
Yeah, why not? Why
Fuck
not?
it, like. Dave's just modelling the kettle pot there, so he is. We said, wouldn't this make a great hot tub?
That'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pulled out of a dock, apparently. This was actually, was he saying this was got in Castleblaney?
Castleblaney, aye.
We are badly in need of a hot tub, aren't we, Dave?
So badly in need of it.
It's quite a desperate situation now.
Yeah, sir, come here.
Without bathtub or hot tub, what are we like?
I'll start lighting the fire
It's
now.
just too difficult, you know.
Going for a dip this evening.
We've been getting all that sympathy all winter because we've been struggling, Dave.
Yeah.
And I agree. It's
Yeah,
too
I agree.
difficult to live without a hot tub.
It is far too difficult. Is it really living?
Are we living at all, Dave? Excellent use of a bathtub there. Also, fine selection of the Belfast sinks. Now, as much as it seems like, you know, are you even living in an Irish cottage at all if you haven't got a Belfast sink? But anyone who's ever washed dishes in them knows that I can either have nice things or I can have a Belfast sink. They're lethal, but so nice.
Destroy it, wouldn't I?
I think we both would, Dave.
Yeah.
And these big boys came from, if any of you are familiar with Galway city centre, the Abbey in the centre of the city. Aren't they beautiful? We'd love to have them on our house, but obviously they're massive and you wouldn't really want to go cutting them at this stage. You'd, you know, you'd ruin their lovely historic character and the size of them. Okay, so that was the first stop of our salvage journey for this weekend. This is like us awakening from our winter cocoons and springing back to life again. We have lots of plans for renovations this year. We're going to do another video about that very, very soon. But whilst the weather was kind of on our side, things were a bit quiet, both with Dave's work and at the house. So we thought now is the time to get on the road and get looking. So that was our first stop we just made. We're going to make a quick stop now to get some cheese because, you know, I can't go anywhere without being lured by dairy products. And then we're planning to take another trip to is it a car boot sale, Dave?
Aye.
Tomorrow in Carrick-on-Shannon. So let's get moving. Very dashing, Dave.
Got a wee hammer, measuring gauge, and a carpenter square for 12 quid.
Nice. So that's about it for the salvage shopping, I think, for this weekend. Not a great success. We still have a couple of other places to visit. We just need to get organised and get more of our weekends freed up so we can go and do that. This was a very unexpected little find. Not really what we were looking for, and a little bit more expensive than we were expecting. But all in all, delighted to have found the place, and we'll definitely be back. I feel like in the summertime the place would probably be buzzing. So yeah, on to our next stop. We'll see you there. We were heading for the Lum Borderlands to visit new friends Jane and Brian and see their beautifully restored schoolhouse home firsthand. And it wasn't just any schoolhouse, it was where revolutionary leader Sean McDermott was educated. And it wasn't just any restoration. One of the major talking points about the house when it featured in local and national media, and the reason I was so keen to see it for myself before we started our own renovation, was the innovative and creative use of architectural salvage in its rebirth. The copper-draped kitchen is made timeless by the use of live-edge wood. The central chimney breast has been uncovered and featured. A mezzanine marks the old ceiling height and makes excellent use of the space and ensures it can be viewed from all angles. One of several ideas I'm taking inspiration from is the wet room. Exposed stone and some additional Liscanner cladding gives it the feel of bathing in a cosy cave. What I love most about this space as a whole is how everywhere you look there's examples of interesting and beautiful pieces having been repurposed into functional items which combine to give the entire home a feeling of cohesiveness, originality and organic integrity. It was well into the evening by the time we got as far as Jane and Brian, and without daylight, we haven't really done justice to the space in this video, but we will be visiting again when the evenings get a bit longer. And personally, I think it is just stunning by lamplight when the place was literally glowing from the inside out, and the play of light and dark made all that copper just twinkle. Fabulous. So thanks so much to our hosts for having us. This visit has absolutely inspired us when it comes to what's possible in our own home. Our journey might take a little bit longer, but we're in it for the long haul. So don't forget to hit that like button if you are also in it for the long haul. Thanks to everyone who watches till the end. I'll be back very soon with another video discussing our renovation plans for this upcoming year. They're a little bit more solid than the one we had last year. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. In the meantime, slán agus beannacht, goodbye and good luck to you. Bonus cheese discussion for the real fans. Like, the flavour of that cheese just keeps unfolding in my mouth. I feel like I can taste chocolate. I can taste the grain that the cattle were fed. I can taste the nutrients in the soil. Christmas pudding draped in cream. I might be talking bollocks, but it's hard to describe the way the flavour just keeps unfolding. So props to the cheesemakers. Respect the cheesemakers. Support your local cheesemakers.